Hi, welcome to the first video on section 1.2, which is translations and reflections. So I want you to take a look at the core concept. It's on page 12 also if you'd like to follow along in your book. Horizontal translation. So let me highlight this equation because right now I know that you're seeing the family function of linear equations, but it is the same rule for all functions. So look at the horizontal ones. Here's the equation, y equals f of x minus h. That's a horizontal translation. H cannot equal 0, of course, because if it's 0, that means it's not moving. But remember what I said, it's going to be the opposite, right? So what number do you need to put in here for x to make this number 0 inside? Now looking at vertical translations, y equals f of x plus k. So get used to these letters here. H is for the horizontal, it's inside the parentheses. K is on the outside of the function. So whatever the function is, you're going to add or subtract depending on what k is, right? And it can't be 0 because that means it's not moving. So let's do some problems. Okay, here is example 1. So the graph that we're going to do here is a linear. You could see that. So we're no longer starting with the parent function. F of x is not going to be equal just to x. It's now the original is going to be 2x minus 1. And what you want to do with this, we want to write a function g. So we're going to write g of x is a translation 3 units down of the graph of f. Well, if you remember from a few minutes ago, if it's down, you take the function and then you add or subtract the k. Okay, let's do that. So I'm going to take this function, and this function is f, so g of x. I'm going to take the function, and here's my function, f of x. And then I'm going to want it to go 3 units down, so I'm going to subtract 3. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight this so you can see it better. Here's my function, and this is also my f of x. So we're just going to substitute now. So g of x equals f of x, which is 2x plus 1, and then you put the minus 3 on the outside, and then you clean it up. G of x equals 2x minus 2. And this is my new function. Now we're going to plug this into Desmos right now so that you can see that it actually did move 3 units down. All right, my original here is f of x equals 2x plus 1. Okay, so that is my first function. Now we need to move this 3 units down. And to check your work, again, using Desmos or graphing calculator, you want to make sure it moved 3 units down. So 2x minus 2. We're going to see if that's correct. Equals 2x minus 2. So take a look at the blue function, g of x. Here was the original. Did it move down 3 places? Well, I'm going to look right here. This one started at 1. Here's the 3 places that it moved. You can see it a little better. So that's 1, right? So it went 1, 2, 3 places down. So that is correct. Great job. Let's move on to the horizontal one. Okay, horizontal is also really tricky. Okay, so I'm going to write it again, and let's review. Let's go back here. Horizontal. Okay, that means that my function, I don't add or subtract to the outside of the whole function. I'm just going to change the input here, right? X, I'm only going to change x here. So it's going to be x minus something. Okay, so remember that. Okay, 2 units to the left. So 2 units to the left looks like this, minus 2, right? That's what you think. So let's write down the function now. So g of x, oh, function h, sorry. H of x equals, so now instead of writing f of x, I'm going to write f, and then it's going to be, remember the original, x minus, and we have to move it over twice, so to the left, so it's going to be minus negative 2. Okay, notice that. Double parentheses, right? And I'm not going to add anything here because it's not on the outside of this function. I'm not moving it up or down. I'm just moving it horizontally, okay, to the left. So now we're going to clean it up. And remember, here's my original function. So h of x equals, now what this means, I'm going to clean this up so you can see it, f of x plus 2. Oh, okay. So anywhere you see an x, which is right here, anywhere you see an x, instead of putting an x there, you're going to put x plus 2. You're going to substitute it. So let's write it now. H of x equals, so remember this used to be x. So I'm now going to put 2, and instead of x, I'm going to put x plus 2, and then I have to finish the function, which is plus 1. So let me highlight that so you can see it again. Do it in orange this time. Here's my function, and here's my function. It's the same function, but now I moved it horizontally. So now there was this x right here, but I moved it to the left. So here it was. I moved it to the left 2, right? And here's my negative 2. And remember what the original function said, the original one had a negative. Make sure you write notes on that. Okay, let's clean this one up so you can see what the final answer is. So h of x equals, I'm going to distribute, right? 2x plus 4 plus 1. And then we're going to clean it up. It's going to be 2x plus 5 is going to be h of x. Okay, so let's graph this now so you can see it. There's my original. I'm going to keep it there. Let's just clean up this one right here. So now I go back to my original. Let me clear my screen. I'm counting. The new g of x we had was 2x plus 5. Okay, so now look at the red function right here. And then you wanted it to go 2 units, right, to the left. So I'm not going to count from here because you see how it's not on a whole number. Let's see, I'm going to count from here. Okay, that's really 1. So it went 2 units to the left, 1, 2. So yep, it worked.